Alrighty, let's see what we got today. We got Adventures and Rising Sun. The landscapes are Credit, Receive Tribute, and Progress. Progress will be activated by Poet. Okay. So for draw, there's Rice Broker trashing an action card, Magpie if it hits a treasure, Poet with cheap stuff, Hireling, and then Page advances up the line and Warriors draw. For villages, I think the only village is champion, right? So once you hit champion, you have all the villages you'll ever need. And before that, you're playing a single terminal game. That can often be awkward. Kingdoms where you have no villages until champion, and then you get to all the villages. Can hinge a lot on whether you find your champion quickly. Okay. For trashing, Rice Broker, Tanuki. For plus buy, Rice, Messenger. Yeah, so it seems like step one is get a champion in play, and then step two is the rest of the kingdom. Okay, 5-2 seems like it's probably better here, right? I mean, you're buying Page anyway, so it can't be worse. But rather Tanuki or Rice Broker. Leaning towards Tanuki. In general, trashing estates first is better than coppers. Yeah, that seems right to me. On the 4-3, probably Page Magpie seems best. Okay, let's go ahead and trash an estate. Gain a Magpie. I suppose the second Page, probably. Well, let me think about that. Got 4 money and an estate down there. You do Page this turn, and then another Magpie or a Poet next turn. Alternatively, I could just buy credit now and get that Rice Broker into my deck immediately. That sounds better, I think. Oh, I didn't notice, but the bottom apparently had the 5-2 as well. I reveal an estate. Huzzah. I think in general you want the Magpie gain effect early while there are still Magpies around. And yeah, I'm finding all my actions on the top, so this has been a pretty good shuffle. I suppose a Poet is in order. Is that true? The most want. It's probably not time to add a hireling or anything yet, which I could do with credit if I wanted to, just because I'm gonna have a warrior which is terminal, a hero which is terminal, plus a Tanuki if I don't manage to draw one of those. I think just some Poet sounds all right. Did not find the warrior, not a big deal. Let's put the Tanuki this turn. Maybe one more Magpie. I'd like to win that split if possible. Not the end of the world if I don't. Magpie can be annoying when it splits like 9-1, where one person's magpies keep proliferating and the other one just hits copper every time. But here it looks like it'll be relatively equal, I would expect. Take a second Rice Broker, I think. Gain a bunch of birds. And go ahead and fashion the copper. Play the warrior. Smash to Magpie. Okay, I've got 5 money left. Oh, that's neat. I could buy Receive Tribute because I gained so many Magpies. This is already active. That might be worth it. I don't, there's nothing else I desperately want. I'm going to click this. Can't really make use of the hireling quite yet. Um, but that's fine. I could switch the order of these around if I want to distribute something. Do messenger first, then the messenger effect triggers because it's the first thing I gained in the buy phase, and I can distribute 2 cards. Uh, let's give out a pair of curses. On the house. Oh, I was trying to figure out why it wasn't letting me gain anything. I undid a little bit too far back. Receive tribute, messenger, give out curses, then hireling and page. There we go. Right. Gain a bunch of birds. And probably willing to trash one of those birds just to make sure. Find my hero. Trash a copper. Play this, gain a rice. Oh yeah, progress is active now, so everything's going on top of the deck. I was about to buy a second rice, but that might be incorrect actually. Just because I'm putting 2 treasures on top, quite liable to dud. It's probably better to buy a rice broker on top like that. These cards are not going to go on top because exchanging from page to treasure hunter, hero to champion does not count as gaining the card, so progress does not trigger. Did the bot skip page? What happened there? So I've got a champion. There are 5 heroes and 5 warriors. Didn't the bot have the 5 too? Maybe it skipped page and used credit to get to Nuki. I'll have to go back and look. It certainly seems like a problem to me that the bot does not have a champion here. All right, goodbye, Poet. I'm drawing champion the easy way, the hard way. Looks like it might end up being the hard way. There we go. Alright, play a treasure hunter, draw a bunch of those, play the hireling. The deck into the discard. Put a page on top, I guess. And then I don't think I have any good targets for receive tribute anymore because I've got copies of most action cards. I could gain like a duplicate in a page for 5. Nothing special. Probably want more rice. Rice hireling. It's good risk dudding. Top deck 2 stop cards. But I do have 1 extra draw coming in. You will see. Gotta watch out for piles. Just knowing how the bot plays. It looked like it bought a copper. That's the copper that it was gaining off of its treasure trove. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, sure enough, a little bit of a dud. No big deal. Gain a poet. And another hireling. 2 more hirelings and a page. Got 2 provinces. Something gets to die here. Probably the messenger. There's idioms warning against that. Okay. Hirelings in play. And now what? I kind of just want to top deck another Rice Broker to make sure my turn goes off. I don't think that's lowering piles too much given the bot's deck. Well, it does have. Oh, it had a lot of rice actually. Let me reconsider. More than I expected actually. If I gain a Rice Broker, the bot could buy a messenger, distribute 2 poets, then poet, 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 Rice Broker. We need 5 buys. Uh, I think it technically has enough actually. So it's only got 3 rice, which is 4 buys, but it's also got a Tanuki. And so I think it might be possible for the bot to pile Poet Messenger if I lower too much. I think I can solve that problem by just taking 2 provinces here. But if I take 2 provinces, does a 4 province ending become possible? I don't know how much money the bot's rice is making. Let me go look. 4 each. Plus a bunch of golds. Hmm. I don't think it's super likely, but I'm trying to play it extra safe. I really want to top deck Rice Broker. I just feel like I have to make that happen somehow. With progress, and then me planning to buy some stop cards, it just seems super imperative to have uh, draw card sitting on top. I feel like 2 provinces should be totally safe, but it could be 2 duchies if I'm extra worried. That doesn't open up a duchy pile out, I don't think. And that would take 7 gains. Yeah, I'm just gonna put 2 duchies, and I think I should win next turn. Take a hero, take a warrior, take a page. Let's go treasure hunter. Yeah. I I do think double duchy is probably the correct call. Uh, I don't think it was going to hit 32. 24 might have been doable. You know, Rice Broker cannibalized the deck a bunch. You draw your deck, and then you play the Rice and a bunch of golds, and then you Tanuki a province into a province. I think it was imminently possible that that might have gotten there. Let's play Treasure Hunter, draw the silvers, play Hero, draw Rice, and does this gain? Probably just a duchy. This is a hard bot style deck for sure. Not a whole lot going on, but it's got its remodel that it can use to mill provinces as needed. And then it's got some rice brokers that are like this isn't going to stand up long term, but this is a deck that is not looking for there to be a long term. You trash your actions, you draw into like double province, and then you mill the last few provinces. I could see that being a threat. I certainly prefer building. So what did the bot end up doing? Yeah, because the bot didn't have the 5-2, it had the 3-4 and just opened with Tanuki. Interesting. That I mean, credit for Tanuki might be correct on the 3-4, but I still think you probably just buy page turn one and then you do the same thing turn two. And I mean the downside is you have a little bit more debt, but you've still got the Tanuki going into the same shuffle. I'm not seeing the compelling reason to skip page here. Once you get champion, you can do whatever you want. It's pretty nice.